So this is a pick a card. You can also pick out one of these objects. And I was inspired by something that another tarot reader said in one of her videos. So we're going to see how you can get your groove back, or how you will get your groove back. This is not a stone. It's a little star. Teal colored star. Is group 1 with Birth of the Moon. And this is a turquoise pendant with Awakened Aphrodite. And a clear quartz wand with Infinite Bliss. So this will be group 1, group 2, and group 3, and you can choose them down below. You can choose multiple if you want. It's up to you. So I'll be starting the readings now. Okay, so if you chose the star and Birth of the Moon, which is the moon card in the traditional tarot, then this is your reading. You got a lot of these cards. Okay, interesting. There's the moon and the star. Kind of similar energy. The moon is unconscious energy, so it might be that you've been dealing with an unconscious aspect of your psyche that's come to the fore, and there's a need to kind of do that shadow work or address something unconscious so that you can bring it to the light with the star and heal. And this is a time where there's been a lot of stagnancy because of this unconscious aspect of your life, and so there's a need to stand up for yourself or kind of fight against the odds. And maybe the odds are just the unconscious that's happening, but it could also be actual people or experiences in your life that are obstacles in your path, that are making you feel like you need to hold on or accept less than you know you can, or less than you feel that you are worth. In the midst of a meltdown, I breathe through the discomfort and come out the other side. By spreading loving energy, I attract more love. Interesting. I can find peace in every breath. So there's an emphasis on breath. Maybe breath work might be good. I begin my day with love, and also a lot about love. So maybe there's a desire to attract more love into your life, or to just be more loving towards yourself or towards people. The deep wounds are healing and a new adventure has just begun. The white deer beckons you, come play. That's exactly the energy. So it's kind of like there's a lot of healing work being done, but it feels like you're just on the precipice, like you're about to transform and heal and start having more fun, like putting the emphasis on, and this is a decision that we, intentionally make, that we consciously make, but sometimes if we're clouded by a lot of unconscious experiences in our lives, it can be hard to move forward. And it feels like you're clearing, you're doing the energy work, you're clearing all of this, and then you're moving into a lighter energy. Some of it's just going to be attracting more love, but also embodying love, having more peace in your life, possibly doing breath work. That might be like one of the things that are recommended, as well as any kind of shadow work that you need to do, standing up for yourself and not accepting less than you're worthy of. So that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm moving on to pile number 3 now. So group 3, if you chose the turquoise and Awakened Aphrodite, which is the world card in the traditional tarot, this is your reading. So we have Awakened Aphrodite. Wow, crazy. Wow, it's deep. This is deep. This is so deep. So there's a situation here around love, around heartbreak, around regrets, around some kind of grief, loss, with the 5 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the King of Cups. Could be a specific individual, maybe like a masculine in your life. Could be someone who takes on the masculine. It doesn't have to be like born male, right? I hope you understand that. And there is an availability of new love. So kind of releasing something difficult from the past, grieving the experience, possible regret here, that's what it says at the top of the card. But then you're flowing back into love, whether this is self-love, nurturing, self-care, really emphasizing that, really remembering to put yourself first, or an experience of a new love connection coming in with the King of Cups. This could be a very caring individual. This could even be like a counselor, a life coach, something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but the emphasis is coming back to love, coming back to self-love and self-care. There may have been a time of depression here and anxiety. It might still be lingering, but know that you're coming out of it with the 3 of Wands. There's a real strong life force and energy to move forward. And the recommendation here is to close out the old cycles with the World card. It says, I surrender it all. If the experience was dark, if it was murky, if it was shadowy, try to put it back into your self-love, try to put it back into your self-care, be very present. My positive energy leaves a powerful impression on the world. I would say so. And then we have these 2 cards. Listen to the voice of the child within who was ignored and hurt. Right, so that's what may have been triggered with the 5 of Cups, that deep emptiness of pain still held within the body. Accept this child now, perfect as they are, and let them know that they are deeply loved, for when this pain is seen and held, seeds of new growth flourish, and the child within can blossom. So the recommendation here is to close out old cycles, but also create space for the parts of yourself that are still in pain, the parts of yourself that are still in grief, that are still in sorrow, still in regret, and let them be seen. Let those parts of yourself be seen and acknowledged so that you can start to plant new seeds of love, of growth, of nourishment, of feeling good again, and kind of releasing those anxious thoughts. Tentatively placing your feet upon the ground, allowing new possibilities to emerge. Amazing. Yeah. New growth after a time of rest. Like the bear after a long winter, take your time here. Allow yourself to build strength before striding out into the world. And this is movement number 3, which is what I was seeing with the 3 of Wands. You have this like positive energy, positive force moving forward. And I also wanted to emphasize, I can't remember, but it was something about like new growth after a time of rest. I feel like this is a really great time for you to start something new. And that's where you can put your attention. And grounding, like maybe grounding work. So look up grounding exercises. I would even say water. I know it sounds weird, but maybe spending time around bodies of water, drinking a lot of water, starting those projects that you want to start, releasing the past, releasing anything negative, refocusing on positive, giving yourself space to heal whatever wounds there are, and understanding that it takes time, and if it takes time, that's okay too. So I'm going to move on to the next reading. 5, you chose pile number 3 with the, forget the name of this now, the crystal, clear crystal, quartz, sorry, and infinite bliss. So some of these cards correspond with the ones that are in the tarot, but some of them don't. Like this is card 22. There's no 22 card in the tarot. This is card number 4, so that's the Emperor. Wow. Oh, that's powerful. You got the Emperor twice. Damn. I knew there was a reason this came out twice, so that's just to re-emphasize. That's not a card. Okay. Wow. This is beautiful. I'm going to start with these. My presence is my power. So I definitely feel that with like the Emperor coming twice. There's a real groundedness. There's a real strength. There's a real willpower. Like you have a project. You have something that you are moving forward. There's an empire that you've built. You have a lot of control over a situation. But it feels like there's some fighting. Yeah, it feels like there's a lot of fighting, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of competition. And I think, you know, the best thing is to choose peace. It says when in doubt, but I would just take that out and just say, I choose to see peace, or I choose to act in peace. Stillness is the key to success, right? Because your presence is your power. It's like you have nothing to prove. There's nothing to prove here. There's no need to force anything. It's coming. The Lovers. This could be like a soul contract that you have with another person. And what I'm learning as the years go on is that soulmates are not necessarily like romantic. It's just people who are meant to be in your life because they have a similar path or they have something that they're teaching you. They're just meant to be there. They're godsends, right? They're like from the angels above, and they're meant to show you your way. And it doesn't necessarily mean anything with regards to like traditional love, but it is love. It is kind of a universal love. And with infinite bliss, I feel that you are now at a time where you can really access that infinite bliss, but you do have to remember that it's about being still. It's about choosing to see peace. It's about realizing that just by being present, you are powerful. You have nothing to prove. Something has taken its time to gather together into form. It is now ready to come into being, a birth, allowing us to let go of old patterns of behavior that do not serve us now. Let go of the fear of the unknown and allow a higher knowing to guide you into this new beginning. Awareness 25. So that's a 7. That's like kind of a solitary spiritual journey that you're on. But 7 is actually like, I'm thinking of the 7th house now and Libra. And that has to do with the house of other. So you may be learning a lot about others, but I feel like this might be a time where you are kind of needing to understand things on your own before you can connect. I'm just getting that intuitively. And let go of old patterns of behavior that don't serve you. If there's a need to be right, if there's a need to compete or fight, let that go. Be present, be still, choose to see peace. And everything that is meant for you is on its way. Thanks for watching.